The one who is with us always, in the passionate times of life and in the calming, cool waters, you're with us. So I ask blessings upon this word that indeed might resonate deeply within us, and not only resonate within us, but that we are allowed to follow your word, to be delivered from all evil, to truly be in your presence. Bless this word, bless the speaker, those who hear. Amen and amen. Well, you know, and I was thinking about this topic. What came to my mind was a few years ago, after 9/11, and as we began the two wars that we are in, and I was commuting. For those of you who don't remember, I did live in Orange County for 5 years and commuted up here. And in that commute, that daily commute, you get to see a lot of things, not the least of which are billboards. And billboards for movies. This, of course, being the entertainment capital of the world, right? You know, we have our normal billboards, we have our neon billboards, we have our movie billboards that are like a movie that show, I thought, well, my goodness gracious, they show us all different ways, the movies that we need to go see. And I found something really interesting happen during that time frame when we were demonizing a lot of people in this country and outside of this country. And we were kind of prepping ourselves to give ourselves permission, if you will, to go to war. And it was interesting to see what movies were coming out. And the movies that were coming out, I would say about 90% of them, at least my statistical analysis, were all about good versus evil. They were all about light versus dark. They were, you know, the futuristic, you know, struggle with the alien from another planet. They were struggles with the horror movies that came out over and over and over again. It terrified me just looking at the billboards. You know, those slasher dasher ones, which, honey, I grew up watching Creature Feature. Now those were real horror flicks, not how many different ways you can see somebody dismembered. Amen? And I really thought about it, and I thought, my goodness, isn't it interesting what is happening to society's psyche? That we're trying to play out all of our angst in the entertainment that we would go see. And really what I saw over and over again was what my definition of evil is. It was bringing up all of those dark, gross, awful areas of life, and we've poured money into it so we could see it reflected on a screen back to us. I thought, well, maybe that's our way of trying to deal with it, because if we can put all of our ugly feelings out there onto the cinema, then maybe, just maybe, we don't have to deal with it. Maybe we don't have to deal with it. Boy, that is a topic that goes over and over again. If I can put it out there, I don't have to deal with my problems. Amen? Isn't that what recovery is all about? Taking the movie and bringing it back into our lives? Saying, okay, I am going to deal with the ugliness. I am going to deal, if you will, with the evil. I thought to myself, wow, we are so obsessed with fear, and we are so obsessed with pain and with hurting ourselves and with hurting other people, about acting out of that fear, of acting out of, indeed, that evil. What I saw over and over again was not only demonizing others, but really strengthening that separation. Really strengthening that separation between me and you, between me and the rest of the world. You know, axis of evil was a common phrase. When I heard that, I went, oh, honey, you need to go to church. Let's talk about what evil is. Amen? I thought, you know what, the secularization of that word in that statement just disgusted me. Because indeed, that is a deep spiritual concept. And if we can come back to where this evil concept comes from, maybe, just maybe, we don't have to walk in that evil anymore. We can indeed be delivered from it. And if I were to say right now, I would do one of those, it's not brainstorming, but those first thoughts. If I were to do a first thought with you right now, and I were to say, think of evil, give me the word that comes to mind, what would you say? Darkness? Devil. For some that is. Hitler, would that come to mind? Apartheid, would that come to mind? Would the Holocaust come to mind? Would the guy who just kidnapped that girl who was released after 18 years and had 2 kids by him come to mind? I will tell you, that came to my mind as I've been watching the news. Would the budget cuts come to mind? Amen? All of these and more are evil. However, there always has however. However, when we only see these horrific, and I mean horrific acts of others as evil, we oftentimes think, I can't do that. That's evil. There's no evil in me.